What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, GG Forex. Right, I've got good news and I've got bad news. Today's video is about me with a new Smartcharts strategy. But that's the good news. The bad news is why I had to come up with this in the first place. So, as you guys are aware of Smartcharts, if you guys are alright, great. If you let me know in the comment box below and just talk about your experiences with them, that'd be fantastic. Obviously, the more people know about Smartcharts, the more information they can get, the better to make up their own mind about it. But what I found with Smartcharts strategies, sometimes they don't hit their targets. They break the entry points, they reverse on you and screw you. Or they take forever to hit their target, their take profit. And if you're a day trader like me, you really need to be making lower time frame entries, but they're more risky. And if you don't really know what you're doing, the more likelihood you're gonna lose. Okay, which is what I've been doing. So last video I said I'm up 2.5%. I was like, yes, but really 2.5% was like 150 odd quid on a £5 account. So that's no good. I want to be able to turn this into a living. How do I make more trades safely with still less risk, but still hit my take profits a lot more consistent and make them more reachable? Okay, because it's okay when you have a massive account of £100,000 and you hit take profit maybe once or twice a week and then you got £10,000 in. Great, that's fine. But for me, and I think the majority of you guys as well, we're intraday traders. We need to hit take profit multiple times a day. We got to build up our small accounts, right? Even £5,000 to me is a lot of money, but in the scheme of things, it's nothing. It's literally no money at all, which is kind of scary, right? So how do we build up these accounts? This is why I came up with my new strategy. So I'll give you a screenshot of my balance now. I started with £5,000 on a demo account. I'm still doing demos and figuring this stuff out. £5,000 a demo account, and now I'm just over £4,000. So I've lost almost, was that 20%? I don't really know the maths. 20% of my account within a week. Okay, a week. Why is that? It's because I'm trying to figure out this new strategy. And I know Smartcharts mentors, if you're watching this, you're saying, why are you deviating from the strategies? Why doing this? Why doing that? Stop doing it. Stick to your plan. Well, the reason why I'm doing this, and let me know if you guys are experiencing this as well, is what I've just said. I need to make more money to build up my trading account. So how do I do that? How do I get better entries? How do I get better exits? How do I be able to do multiple trades a day? Because remember, I'm now working my 8 till 5 job, so I can only trade between 6 AM and half 7 AM before I need to leave for work, and then I can come back and trade from 6 in the evening till 9 o'clock at night. So these are my trading hours. I don't really like trading past 6 PM anyway, just because the UK market is closed at 5. So really I've only got 2 or 3 hours maximum, if I include my lunch break, which maybe I get 20 minutes to trade at my lunch, to make money. So I've done the fib pivot. Now if you watch Greg's second to last video about the Fibonacci retracements, and right at the end, if you notice, right at the end of that video, he mentioned the pivots and the Fibonacci pivots, and I tried it. He didn't even explain how to do it. He kind of just glossed over it, how he does the pivot point move, right? He just glossed over it. But that one just hit me. I just tried it, okay? Because I learned about the Fibonacci retracements through other YouTubers, and it makes sense and it works great, but I didn't know how to implement it. But the pivot point really makes sense. Because if you look at pivots, they're literally like structures on the market. Like if you get, when the price gets to this point, it's gonna struggle for a little bit, and it does. It's gonna consolidate, and then it's gonna go up or down. So it gives you a good idea of like the roadblocks in the market and where it's gonna hit. So what you wanna do is make the most of that move. So I did it, and my first trade, I made £140, right? I think I mentioned this on my last video. £140 within 2 hours. So that's the best I've ever done on Smartcharts altogether with my £5 account. I've done the volatility reversal, the T-wave, the 180 phase changer, the pip runner, and the Bollinger bounce, right? And none of them has made me a return like that before. So I was like, okay, I'm onto something here, but I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what the steps, I didn't know the rules, I didn't know what I needed to do. So hence why, when I've been trying to do it, I've lost £1,000 in my account. Now, there is, well, I say now a friend of mine who reached out to me through YouTube. I won't say his name or anything, but just because it's up to him if he wants to be known, but I'll talk about that later. He's going through exactly the same situation as me. He's going through the Smartcharts process, he's understanding new strategies, what frustrates him, what's that. So if you want me to create a group where we can get together and we've been talking and we've been working on strategies, and this is kind of how this concept come up, how I'm going to show you, but we're going to have to test it next week because we haven't tested it yet, because we only just figured this out last night. We had a Zoom call, one-on-one. We're discussing strategies and like how the smart charts is great, but then how is it really annoying at the same time, and how can we maximize it when we've both got tiny accounts, because we've both gone all in with smart charts, we've gone all in with learning forex, and we really want to get the best out of it to change our lives for the better. And obviously this is why you guys watching this video now, is to change your lives with us. So this is why this strategy could be amazing. And I'm going to break it down and explain it to you right now. And if you have any questions, please let me in the comment box below. Or if you want to DM me on Instagram, because that is where I keep up to date with my latest trades, my thoughts, everything. So the Instagram stories, blah, blah, blah. When I enter, my exit, my take profits, my losses, it all goes on my Instagram, because I'm not going to film it for YouTube videos because it's just boring, isn't it? Right? And it's going to take me forever to screen record everything. And I'm not doing that. I got other stuff to do. Like do this stuff, okay? So if you want to know about my entries and exits, my trades and everything up to date, it's all on my Instagram, so follow that and you'll be sweet as a nut. So let's dive into this video. Let's get everything out of the way with, and let's explain a strategy that could be genius, or it could be a massive fail, but I will find out for you guys. Okay guys, right, we're now at my computer. Hopefully you can see me, you're quite high up in there, but we're gonna get through this. So this is how I have my new screen set up. Now, what I would do is I'll wake up, I'll be on the charts at 6 in the morning. Remember, I'm trading before I go to work. So, what I'm looking for, right, I'm going to look for the signal. So I'm going to go on the 180 phase changer strategy, which comes up here. When it loads up, I'm going to be like, right, I'm looking for 180 phase changer. I like 180 phase changes, they make a lot of sense to me, but they're not working as well as I would like. So how do I maximize what smart charts gives to me in what I understand with like price structure and all that stuff? Because again, smart charts doesn't really explain price action. They kind of do, but not really, and I'll get into that later on in a different video. It's not about that, it's about the strategy and about the show today. So go on a 180 phase changer, I look at what's flashing. This is why I like smart charts. It tells me what to look for and what to ignore really fast, because again, I'm on a very tight time scale. I don't have the luxury of trading 24/7. I've got a 9 to 5 like probably most of you guys as well. So let's just go on here, Aussie CAD, whatever, and smart charts is telling me in the bottom left hand corner, as you can see. So I've got the daily chart up here, I've got the action smart charts strategy chart below it on the 4 hour, and then I've got my secret sauce on, oh god, did not realize that happened. And then I've got my secret sauce on the right hand side, which I'll break down in a second. So, as you can see on the top chart, we have got an upwards trend. And from Greg's latest video that he's done, he's on about the alligator indicator. Now what this does is just shows you a strong trend. So when the alligator indicator opens up, when the green bar's at the top and the blue bar's at the bottom, it's nice and spread. It's telling you that there's a strong trend in that direction. So if it was underneath, the green bar's underneath, the blue bar's at the top, it's telling you that's a strong bearish direction. Because what we want trends to be going outwards, opening up, because trending markets only happen 30% of the time. The rest of it is sideways, and obviously you really want to make money on a trend, not really a sideways market. When you're at the start, you're still a novice. So we are all novices, I'm guessing, because that's why you're watching this video. I'm definitely a novice. So what we want to do, we'll look for a trend, and what the alligator indicator does is identifies a strong trend. So as you can see here, we've got a strong trend to the upside, and it's above the 200 EMA, which is good. So okay, we're going up, we've got two confirmations that it's a strong uptrend, it's above the 200 EMA. The alligator indicator is, oh, that's a mouthful, is opening up, so good. Right, let's look at smart charts. What's it saying? It's saying we should put in a buy. And this is where the magic happens. Potential magic, because I don't know yet till next week. So I figured this out last night. Right, so we got up, down, we got phase 1, phase 2, how many? We got phase 1, yes, phase 2, phase 1, phase 2. Okay, we got good phase 1 and phase 2's action. That's another confirmation that we're in uptrend. The 8 EMA is above the 200 EMA. Great. Okay, cool. As the previous candle on this closed within the 8 and the 20, yes it has, great, which is showing that now buyers could potentially have more control. Good, because if we look previously, the bars closed between the 8 and the 20 EMA, and what it do? Go up, hit, take profit. Same with the other one. Closed just in the 8 EMA, what it do? Go up, hit, take profit. Good, so that's what we want to look for. This is what this one's doing as well. But how do we enter at a better rate? Well, oh, I've got all my secret sauce stuff on here already. Let me delete this so I can explain to you what I'm looking for and what I am doing. So we're in the Aussie CAD. We've got confirmations on the daily saying it's going up, with 2 confirmations saying it's a strong upwards trend. We've also got the confirmation with Smartchart signal saying yes, it should be a buy, and all the candles are saying that now the buyers should be gaining control because we've got a nice strong upwards trend. Good. So how do we enter this trade? Well, now I'm on a 15-minute chart on the right hand side, and I've got Fibonacci pivot points put on top. Okay, now this is where I made the £140 beforehand. Like, I didn't have the steps I just explained to you before. What I had was just the pivot points on a 15-minute chart. I made 140 at 6 p.m. Purely by doing this. Okay, so then I needed to find ways and rules, and this is my ways and rules I'm showing to you right now. So as we can see, the price is here. It's at a main daily pivot point, which is this blue line. Smart charts are saying we should go up. So what we're technically looking for is a price to break through this blue line and go up. But where is smart charts telling you to buy? Where is it telling you to put the stop loss? And where is it telling you to take profit? When you go onto the 15-minute chart, it's zoomed in, detailed entry and exit. Okay, so what I would do, looking at the information we've already done before, we're looking for price to break above. As you can see, price is trying to break above, so there's only a matter of time before it does. Remember, we're in a strong upwards trend. It's above the 200. Its previous bar has closed between 8 and the 20. So we're looking for a buy position here. So what I would do is I'm going to draw this to horizontal lines. I'm looking to buy when it breaks the main pivot point on the Fibonacci pivot points, okay? So I'm going to put this in yellow. So my entry is going to be in yellow, my take profit is going to be in green, and my stop losses are going to be in red. That's how I'm going to indicate my entries. Right, so I'm looking to buy here. What I want to do, I want to play it safe. I'm not going to say and go for the holy grail shot. I'm not going to say, oh, its price is going to go right up to R3. Because it probably isn't. It doesn't really hit that. Most of the time, it's pivot point to R1 or pivot point to R2 or S1. You know, if it goes to S2, great. If you manage to catch it, fantastic. But I'm not going to say it's going to happen. You know, with probability, we want the highest probability, and this is where this method beats smart charts. So I'm entering just as it breaks this main pivot point. I want to get out of this trade before it hits R1. Why? Because I want a higher probability of it working. So trend lines again, horizontal line. I'm going to put my take profit here. Let's change it to green. And then I want to have a stop loss. Where would my stop loss be? Just below the S1. And I will make adjustments in a minute, and I'll tell you why. But right now, I'm just going to put where I would like my take profit, entry, and stop loss. Why do I want to put my stop loss way down here? Purely because you need to have the market room to breathe, okay? You need the market room to breathe because, again, previously before, I thought I was giving my stop losses enough room. I really wasn't. They were too tight, and it would hit my stop loss, and then the market would go in the direction I wanted it to go anyway, and then hit my take profit, but my stop loss was too close. I got stopped out. I lost 2%. When really if I just gave it a little more room, I would have won the trade. But we all learn from that experience, don't we? Let me know in the comments below if you've done that a lot. Anyway, so this is what it is. Now, where would that show? Where would the smart charts entries and exits and all that stuff be on this 15-minute chart, so we can get a good idea? So if we have a look here, we're going to crosshairs. Our entry would be 93978. So let's have a look here. Trend line entry. So 9. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. 93978. Perfect. Right, change that to yellow. And I will put bubbles on here so we can see what's going on. So let me just do that. Notes, balloon, called SC entry. Okay. So that is the smart charts entry right there. Okay, so that's smart charts entry. Where does it want us to take profit? Let's have a look. Saying 94599. Trend lines, horizontal line. 94599. This is a lot hard. Yep, there we go. Right, okay, cool. Change that to green. Add some notes, just so you guys get a clear understanding of smart charts, entries and exits compared to mine. SCTP. And then we need to figure out their stop loss, which is 93357. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Okay, that's close enough. Change that to red. And just put a little message on it. Notes, balloon, SCSL, SCSL. Right. So that is the smart chart stop loss. So what can we see? Let's just zoom back in. Zoom out again so I can kind of see what's going on. Right. So smart charts is saying that price, you're going to enter up here, which is kind of in no man's land. And you're gonna take profit up here again past the R2. As I said, price, as you see here, price never really got past R2 before. Again, never really got past R2 before. It did here, went up to R3, but as we can see, the likelihood of it getting past R2 is a lot slimmer. There's less probability that it's gonna hit its take P the smart charts way. So we have technically entered before smart charts does, and we have basically taken profit just after the entry of smart charts. So we have got in and we have got out basically before smart charts have even started. Now, here's the beautiful thing. How much money would we make if we did the smart charts way, where we got less probability? Now, I'm not saying smart charts is bad, I'm saying it's great, but how do we make it better? Okay? So we're going to put a buy in this on my £4,000 account. I'm looking to make £80, 61 pips. 61.7 pips above, 61.7 pips below, so 1-to-1 reward to risk, okay? So, most Forex traders would say you want to do a minimum of a 2-to-1 reward to risk. But sometimes that doesn't happen, but Smart Charts is saying here, we're looking to make £80. How much can we make doing my tweaked version of the 180 phase change? Let's put in a buy. Let's put our entry here, our take profit up here, and our stop loss down here. So it's saying it's a £61 win with a £79 risk. Okay, it doesn't sound great. It's kind of against what you want to do. But watch this. This is our support and resistance zone. So let's zoom out and see the bigger picture. Okay, This is what you want to do. You want to see the trend. Now, as you can see, zoom out a little bit more. Now, I know this is looking a bit crazy. There's lines all over the place, but bear with me. I'll zoom in so it makes sense. We have got a beautiful trend line going up. We've got phase 1, phase 2, hits the pivot point, goes up to R1, back down to the pivot point, hits, goes through to R3, back down, back up, back down. You can see that, it's beautiful, right? So let's draw our trend line on, which I use the ray tool because it goes on to infinity, right? Ooh. Right, because what you want to do with your trend lines, you want to hit the most points probably. So obviously this broke through, but it came back, hit the trend line, came back, hit the trend line again, hit, 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 hit. So this is where your trend line wants to be, or the most contact points. Okay, so we've got a beautiful trend line going up, but what does this mean? Well, it means we can have our stop loss a lot higher because it is respecting this trend line. So what we can do is move our stop loss up, right up here. So what does this mean? It means, let me zoom in so it's more obvious. You can see the trend line. Right. Right, can you guys see that? Yeah, you should. Right, so we've got our trend line going up through here. It's fighting, it wants to get past the main pivot point of the day. Our stop loss was down here. What we can do, we can move it up below the previous price lows here and below the trend line. So it's going to respect the trend line, which we've noticed done before. But what has this done to our take profit? Our take profit has gone from £61 now to 97. Right? So it's gone to £97 profit. And it is maybe 0.5 better off. So now we have got a £97 win with a £78 risk. And we have entered and exited the trade before Smartcharts has even entered. Or maybe just entered, right? So how many times have you been on Smartcharts where it's hit it and come down a bit and then you have to wait maybe a couple more hours or a day or two for it to go back up and hit your take profit? It doesn't really work when you want to get in and out of trades within a day. So with this method that I want to try out, as I'm saying, okay, I want to enter when it breaks the main daily pivot, and I'm going to exit before it hits the first resistance zone. I'm not going to put it on the resistance zone up here and try and get £105. I'm going to hit it just before, because there's no guarantee that price is even going to hit this mark, let alone get past it. It's probably going to get close and come back down, which is what we've seen before many times in the past. So I'm going to do it just before the main resistance zone, where price is obviously been before. So it's high probability that it's going to hit that take profit. And we're now making more money than we're going to risk. So it's a high reward to risk ratio, and we've entered the trade before Smartcharts, entered and exited the trade before Smartcharts has even entered. So this is what I want to do Monday, Tuesday, probably Tuesday, because Monday is always rubbish and Friday is always rubbish. Didn't really learn that from Smartcharts either. That's through losing. Okay, so this is my main strategy. I'm taking information from the daily. It's an uptrend. It's above the 200. The alligator indicator is opening its mouth. If you want to know more about that, watch Greg's latest video because it's really good. It's opening its mouth. It's saying it's a strong upwards trend. I then look at the 180 phase change. It's saying I should buy. The previous candle was closed between the 8 and the 20 moving average. Again, it's going up. They're not crossing it over. Look previous to that. That's what's happened, and it's won and it's hit its take profit. But what I'm doing on the 15-minute chart with the Fibonacci pivots is I am refining my entries and exits that are going to hit my targets a lot faster, and it's giving me a better reward to risk. So this is what I'm going to do. I could find another example. Let me know in the comment box if you want me to find another example, but I'm guessing this video is going on for too long. If you want me to explain it more on different market conditions or whatever, because I really believe this is an amazing strategy that could help you guys out so much. So as you can see here, If I draw my entries and exits on the Smartcharts chart over here to the left, then we'll be able to see it clearly a lot better. So let me just do this. So now you can see on the Smartcharts, look, we have entered and taken profit. Basically, as soon as this triggers, we would have already walked away with more money than what we have got if we did this method. And it's a higher probability that this trade will come off because we've got lots of confirmation. Again, let me break it down for you. Our daily in the top right hand corner is saying it's an upwards trend. We can see that with the graph. It's then above the 200 EMA. And the alligator indicator is saying things are opening up. It's a strong upwards trend. As you can see just before here, it's kind of crisscrossed. You wouldn't put a trade in when the lines are crossing. What you want to do is have it nice and spread. Again, watch Greg's video for more information on that. We have then got the action page of Smartcharts saying we should put in a buy. We have got confirmation of, again, of phase 1, phase 2 moves, upwards trend. The previous bar has closed between the 8 and the 20. And if we look previously, when the previous bar has closed between the 8 and the 20, they have been winning trades. So this is good as well. As you can see, when we move over to the right, we are at a main pivot point of the day. What we want to do when it breaks this main pivot, because we want to put in a buy, we've confirmed our upwards trend. We are entering the trade and we're exiting the trade before Smartcharts has even entered, basically. And for better reward to risk, remember Smartcharts reward to risk is a 1-to-1, ours is a 1 to 1.5, basically. So we have got lots of confirmations. We're entering and exiting trades a lot faster, a lot sharper, a lot cleaner than what Smartcharts has done. So I'm not saying that Smartcharts is bad in any way. What I'm saying is, how do we perfect it? How do I make the most out of the Smartcharts signals whilst I'm still at work? 'Cause remember, I've only got an hour and a half in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon, and I don't really like trading past 6 unless there's a great setup, okay? So this is how I'm gonna try and maximize my trades. Let me know what you think about the strategy below, and let me know if it's absolute rubbish, I shouldn't try this, or you think it's gonna work really well, or if it's giving you like an aha moment. Maybe that could work for me. Maybe you work a 9 to 5, same as I do, and you can't be staring at the charts 24/7, because that's where I've lost most of my money, is I can't be staring at the charts 24/7. I put trades in the morning and kind of like hope for the best when I come back at 6 o'clock at night. So that is my strategy that I'm going to try out on the week. Again, now a friend through YouTube has reached out to me and we're working together on creating strategies like this because we're in the same situation with Smartcharts. Again, we've gone all in. We know this is the answer. We know this is the ticket to financial freedom, but how do we do that? And the information out there is a bit vague. Again, I've spent 3,000, well now it will be complete of £5,500 with Smartcharts to learn stuff, but then there's still stuff I have not found out, and I found out through pain and suffering. Which I don't want you guys to go through. So if you want me to create like a Facebook group, like a private group where we can do what me and this guy is doing, I don't want to say his name just because he doesn't want me to say anything, but if he does, that's great. But what I want to do is let me know if you want to go through that. We can create groups, we can create strategies together, we can talk about things, especially if we're on Smartcharts, the same platform, because I know a lot of YouTube videos out there are on MT4 and it's hard to kind of relate to what they're seeing and what you're seeing onto Smartcharts, which is completely different. Again, I think Smartcharts is amazing. The layout is so easy to read, everything's there, there's e-learning in it, it's amazing, but how do we make the most out of it? That's what I want to do. So if you like this video, guys, please let me know in the comment box below. Oh, Jesus, the camera's falling off the thing. Let me know in the comment box below. Hit this like button because, you know, it just proves that what I'm saying and you guys are relating to, and it's really nice. And yeah, if you found value, please hit the subscribe button and let me know if you want me to start like a cool group, or we can all discuss this stuff together and we could do like group coaching sessions or just learn from one another, okay? That's what I really want. I want all of us to grow, because if we're all doing the same trades, it's not as if one of us is gonna make less money. We're all gonna make the same money, if not more, together, which is the best thing. So if you liked the video, guys, do everything I just said, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.